such an asshole.
All right, last one for the night. I missed some super chats. Jug Grover for $5, but Cappy, I thought if I just majored in bidnaz, I would get the money and the girl, sir. What do you mean the elders lied to us? Hope all is well, my friend. Yeah, thanks, Judd. It's good to hear from you again. And then me, Mike, from the $2. Western Governors University is like $8K a year. Get your own affiliate link, Cappy. Let me add that to the list. Can you get an affiliate link? Affiliate link for WGU. I hope so. I promote them all the time because I believe in their product. That and Seth Himes. If you guys don't want to go to school, look up Seth Himes, indemandcareers.com. Tell them Cappy sent you. We have a very interesting question. I'm kind of at this point here. Aaron, do you think it's generally psychologically beneficial for young, financially independent, minimalist bachelors to keep working even if they don't need to? It seems to me that work provides structure, socializing, and extra spending money, even though it's still an annoyance at the same time. Perhaps just because we can financially escape from production doesn't mean we can psychologically escape. There could even be a great hidden irony to financial independence in that people who are industrious and disciplined enough to achieve it won't be able to just suddenly stop being productive indefinitely, switch to a life of self-indulgence. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, once your brain gets into like, a productive manner, and it's not like necessarily making money, but like, I made this thing, it was productive. And then the rote rehearsal, the habit of getting into work and going there. Yeah, this is it ain't a joke. This is a real thing. And most people, this problem doesn't spring up on them until they're facing retirement. Or they have a lot of money, and then they go and they travel around the world. Like, I'm bored with this. It's another request. Okay, so that's just some background. So here's the thing. Generally, yes, I would have to say minimalist bachelors, but I would say everyone, including women, you should work in some kind of capacity or regard after retirement, even if you don't have to, if you're young, if you're old, simply because it gives you something to do. And the world is not geared up, and your social circles are not geared up. Society is not geared up for everyone to retire. Now, if you find a really cool retirement community, like I found this new golf course, and it was like the coolest club ever. Like, you go in, there's billiards, there's old people playing pool, and there's a lounge, and there was a library, and there was a restaurant cocktail place sitting outside. They had bocce ball. I'm like, what the hell's going on here? And so I asked the guy, he's like, is this like a club? He's like, yeah, it's for the community members. Like, well, what do I got to do to be? He's like, oh, you're too young. You have to be retired. Like, what? It reminded me of back in the Twin Cities where, you know who had the best meetup groups? The lesbians. Lesbians always had the best meetup groups. We're going to go bowling. We're going to go shoot guns. We're going to do this. Can I come with? Are you a lesbian? No. Oh, too bad. Like, man, they did. They had, go look it up. Twin Cities meetup groups, lesbian groups. They were always having the most fun. And it's kind of, if you could get into that like fun, active retirement community, then I could see like not working. If you had that good of a social life, yeah. But even then, I would say, especially for men, you have to at least work in some kind of part-time regard. When you're younger, like all your friends, unless everyone gets self-employed and remote employed, most everyone's going to the job too during the daytime. So you don't really have a huge opportunity because it's not like you're missing out at, noon coffee with the Vietnam veteran group over at whatever, Bobby's Espresso. So you might as well go work. You might as well shore up your finances. I would keep working until you have a plan B, meaning you have property overseas and enough property that you could sell some of it to build a house on the remainder of it. So a lot of people, they think they got to have a few money. It's like, you do. That's if things continue to go well here. What if they don't? So you can work a little bit more, but still philosophically answering the question, yes, you must be able to do something unless, and here's the only caveat I'll give. Some people can actually do retirement. They're the minority, but there's a certain percentage of the population where men like, nope, never look back, don't care. They're golfing, they're biking, they're doing whatever. They don't care. They're not going back to work. I would estimate that about 10%, maybe 15%. No more than 20, certainly no more than 20. But most people I've met of retirement age, they go back to work at some kind of capacity. So here's the kind of the scale, the moving scale. One, your personality. I can't give a universal answer like, yes, everyone should work. Some people don't want to work and they do better off not. Generally, yes, you should do something, but that depends on the psychology of the individual, whether or not you should work. Two, the scale is also how much do you want to work? Like I'm thinking about kicking around joining the reserve police force out here. That's not full time because I don't want to join full time because they probably want me to be here during the winter. I'm like, whoa, hold on, snow? Hang on. I don't like the people of South Dakota that much. But my old man, he tried retirement for a couple months and he knew he may go back and he did. He went back and he works two part-time jobs, very, very part-time. What else? I'm trying to think of other people. Yeah, well, some people they can't do it. Like I know another guy. He was a founder of a real company. You know what he does? He goes back to the company, checks in on everybody. He doesn't run it anymore, but he still checks in. I don't think I'll ever give up this. I may scale back and increase prices, but I don't think I'll ever give it up because it's something to do. And but then there's some people, who was it? We get a lot of those musicians on the Clary test who like work until they're dead just because they love doing it. Or you find someone who's really passionate about what they do and that's their life and they're doing 40, 50 hours a week. That's the thing, man. Yeah, go do it. So I can't give a general prescription, but I will say, I can say universally, men and women need intellectual stimulation. I would also argue that men need some level of production. So it is not, I don't think it's the rare instance a man can truly retire and not do anything. Most of you will have to do something, at least part-time, quasi-productive. Doesn't mean you continue your old job. I don't know, you Lester Burnham, you go work part-time at the bar or whatever. But for younger men, I would, yeah, if you're a young millennial boy, man, and you got all your FU money, well, did you have enough FU money to go buy property overseas? Well, you don't. Oh, well, I guess you get to work a little bit more. But if you do, yeah, I do actually. I have enough money. I don't. Okay. Well, what's your opportunity cost? Are you gonna? I mean, really, I face that problem when I go golf. If I'm ever thrown in with a group, I'm always the youngest. Always the youngest. Because most of my generation is still working. If you're a millennial, I presume you want to go out and date a little bit. And okay, so what would you do? You would stay at home and play video games? You're going to go golf with the boomers? That's going to get tiring real quick. And I even advocate you do take some time off and try a quasi-retirement, see how it works. But what I think you're going to do is like, okay, even if you don't really like your job, God, there's nothing worse than daytime TV. Oh, how do you think those girls that watch The View get so stupid? Remember Sally Jesse Raphael? Do you remember that crap? Like, you go back, like, that's it? Like, oh gosh, there's no one there. There's no one there. And so, I think for reasons you list, mental health reasons, um, just something to do. Yeah, in other words, you're not missing out on anything. You're really not. Unless, again, you are the personality and type. If you're a recluse, that's a bad name. If you're an introvert and you don't care for socialization, you may be the most wonderful thing. You just want to read your books, like the great one. He's very socially reclusive. He doesn't need to go out and party. So I'm sure he would be perfectly fine retiring. But as for you younger guys, no, keep working, do something. But I mean, even if it's volunteering, big brothers, little sisters, whatever, help out some poor kids that could actually use a not Marxist leftist soy boy or feminist pain in the ass. Like, have them meet a real man, or ladies, the few of you that tune in, a real woman who isn't like 300 pounds. What are you? Well, I'm called healthy. Oh, it's called thin. What's thin? Well, that's why I look weird to you, little Jimmy. So there you go. Good question. Good question. Let's go to the super chats if there happen to be any. Yeah, it's Tiara is about right. Boo-doo-doo, boo-doo-boop, boo-doo-boop. That's it. There you go. See you guys later, Toodles.